Good evening, welcome here. Today I'm going to be drawing a birthday card. So I have to draw a birthday card by tomorrow and I have no ideas. So the plan is to do some kind of animal in a birthday hat because that's my standard birthday card formula. So this is going to be a card, this is going to be the testing, and this is going to be what I'll do my drafts on. What side is it on? Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with a walrus. Firstly because they look like giant blobs, and secondly because I have some sketches made from literally a year ago. And I don't see many drawings of walruses out and about in the open and social media or whatever. Maybe because they're ugly, but you know what? They deserve a chance. So we're just gonna start off with a little walrus here in the corner. Okay, that's a walrus. Now we can make him a festive walrus. Walrus. Why can't I say that? Oh my god. Okay. A walrus. 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 Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, we can give him a hat, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, he's a little deformed, but this is our first one. We're gonna get there. You start off with a little circle, and then they extend backwards, and then they have these flipper things. They have their faces, their little eyeballs, giant ass teeth. I should really look up the anatomy of a walrus. I'm not going to, but I should. There we go. He has a friend. Moving on, what other animal should we do? It is summer right now though, and walruses are not an animal that springs to mind when you say summer. And even though I'm in Canada and it's only summer for like 2 months a year, we want to celebrate that. We want to acknowledge that with a summery animal. What's a summery animal? A penguin, no. So I just googled animals and one of the results was a whooping crane. And those look pretty cool, so let's give them a try. Or we can do someone, not someone. I mean, he could be a someone. We could call him like Fred or something. But what I meant was, we could have one of them walking. Yeah, that doesn't look like a tail, does it? Looks like the birthday hat topper. This guy could be holding a balloon. I like this a lot, but I still have a bit of space to fill, so I'm gonna try some other animals. So for the next animal, I'm gonna do a fox because I found a picture of one and he looks so polite. They have noses, right? How does that go? Us turning into a bear? It's okay. The ears are gonna fix it. I'm not using a really good reference photo for this one because there's flowers and stuff in front of it. This is the equivalent of drawing the hands of the character behind the back when you can't draw hands. This right here. Okay, let's do a proper one now where, oh, he doesn't have a hat. There we go. You're so cute. Why do those look like human feet? There we go. Oh, I'm in love. I think I would give him my firstborn child. If he asked nicely. So we have 2 of each animal, but I don't like how perfect and symmetrical it is by having like 2 of everything, so I'm gonna fill in the gaps with little creatures. I think we have space for 1 more fox. That looks like a bear. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Doesn't feel fair to draw fish because if I'm drawing animals, fish are also animals, but then like half these animals eat fish, but I will anyway. Also, I found out today that they don't have chickadees in Europe. Is that just the most depressing thing you ever heard? Probably not, but it could be. At this point, I'm just drawing random animals, so maybe I need to stop. Let's get to the actual card, which is gonna have, should I do it horizontal or should I do it vertical? Every time I use tape to hold off the paint, it ends up ripping the paper for some reason, so I'm just gonna practice my self-restraint and just leave the borders white. So we have our border sketched out. Let's do a little composition practice. Over here. Okay, so I guess this is the part where I start paying attention to the boring stuff, like proportions and other stuff, equally as boring. It's gotta be done. Sacrifices have got to be made, so let's go. Maybe I should like look at the reference photo or something. Oh, I lost. Okay. Well, that's a shame. Okay. Why do these birds look like they're little emo kids that are forced to wear white? Now he looks possessed. Okay, let's fix that. So this is the point of the video where I forgot to talk, but that's okay because voiceover me is here to save the day. I'll figure out this talking while drawing thing someday. We have a little change of setup here. This is the next day. Before I show you how I color the final result, I went through and I painted my sketches because I have a full page of animal drawings. I might as well color it. Since it's so scattered and all over the place, I use these sunset clouds, these orange clouds that I drew with watercolor pencil to make it all seem a little more cohesive. I added the clouds as a background accent for all of the animals. I have some behind the cranes, and then I add some later on behind other animals as well. I ended up combining a bunch of colors for the walrus. I tested out some color variations on a scrap piece of paper to make sure when the colors mix, they would mix well and look good. And there he is, getting a cloud as well. I started off by using black fineliners to do the outline. I usually use watercolor, but this time I decided to use watercolor pencils because I felt lazy and I didn't want to mix all sorts of colors. I kept the color palette fairly minimal. I have, I think, black, red, and blue are the only colors I used. I did consider adding green for the grass on the sides, but when I tested it out by putting some green on a paper and then holding it next to it, it didn't look that good. I felt it distracted from the center of the image, which is the head of the crane. So I just kept it to the 3 colors. There wasn't much to color on the crane because the crane itself is white. Work smarter, not harder, you guys. But I did add some blue shadows on the crane using the same blue as I used for the water and the balloon, just to make it a little more cohesive and add a little color on the crane so it's not as flat as it could have been. So here's the final card. Does anyone else still draw custom birthday cards? If you do, tell me about them in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video.